the home of the hillbilly. Yeah, baby.
Hey, how we doing, everybody? It's E-Man. I'm back with some hillbilly weather. We got some fucking shit coming in. I mean, if we've ever had a shit report for some shit coming in, today's a freaking day, I'll tell you what. It's been cold. The whole last week's been fucking cold. Everything's been freezing up here at the house. I can't burn enough wood to keep this place warm. Everyone's having problems with freezing pipes and what. Not everyone, but some of us. These are the times if you got problems with your fucking pipes, things freeze up and you're dealing with it. We're ready to get out of it. And we're going to get out of it for a little bit, but not before a bunch of shit comes in. Now, today up north, 20 below zero. And as you worked your way down, you had to get all the way down to the bottom of the state just to get to single digits below zero. I mean, the fucking concrete jungle of Manchester was the only place that was above zero, a couple of degrees above. That's because those stone buildings just hold just enough heat just to put them above zero. And it's been crazy. I mean, it just sucks. But we've been dealing with it. And everyone's been talking about this storm. And initially, this thing looked like we were going to get fucking hammered. It really did. And everyone was talking about all the snow that was going to come in. But it's changed. What happened is this thing's kind of moved to the west. And a lot of fucking warmer air is going to come in behind it and dump a lot of rain on some people. People who we thought were going to get snow are going to get nothing by rain. This thing's moving in. The timing of this thing's all over the fucking place. So bear with me. We'll get through it. It shows up on our doorstep around midnight. I mean, it's down the Carolinas up, here on Sunday, moving up the coast. But by midnight, this thing's on our fucking doorstep, ready to start doing what it's going to do. By 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, half the state or more has been taken over, except the seacoast. They're just going to get fucking rain. And a lot of winds over there. So be ready. Power outages might happen over there in places, maybe 20, 30 miles or more inland, where winds are going to be heavy and the rain's going to be coming down. We could have some issues out there. By the morning commute, I think probably from Manchester south and east, we're going to be heavy rain. As you start moving north and west, we're going to stay in the snow for a while. Places like Monadnock region, the Sunapee region, the Grafton County, places a little bit more over west are going to hang on to their snow a little bit longer than the folks over to the east of them. This thing's going to be crazy, I'm telling you. And as it goes up, maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, this thing starts pulling up north of Concord into the lakes region. The snow starts fucking dropping off, and heavy friggin' rain is going to start pouring down. So even any snow you get initially, you're going to get wiped out. So to come up with snow totals for this one depends on what time you want to fucking go outdoors and stick a ruler in it. Because when the snow first falls, you might get several more inches, but once the rain hits, it's going to fucking knock it right down. It's going to take all the snow out of some places. Places probably north of the Whites and on north, far western parts of the state as you get up towards, more north, and places like Pittsburgh and Colebrook and all the way up there. They're going to hang on to the snow for most of it, but they'll still get some rain coming in the back door. At the end of it, when this thing finally moves out by like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, it's a pretty quick moving storm, but it's got a ton of shit to fucking throw down depending on where you are and where you're going and where you're traveling. So tomorrow's going to be a mess. The blessing of it is the kids are going to be home from school. This would be a snow day all day, I think, for most of them, because it's just too unpredictable. They're not going to get caught up in it. Might have been a 2-hour delay for some folks, but don't matter. The kids are all home. So we got a shit report for a bunch of shit that's going on, and we're going to hit it to you. So this week, the shit report's brought to you by Scouts on a Pet Resort in Minot, Maine. Scouts on a Pet Resort is a cozy 5-star resort for you to bring your pampered pooch. Check them out on Facebook at Scouts on a Pet Resort. All right, the storm. This is a fast-moving, mixed bag of shit. Depending on where you are in the state, depends on what you're going to get and when you're going to get it. Fucking different for everybody. Really wet, heavy rains at the coast. They're going to continue to spread north and west throughout the state as the day goes on. How much you're going to get? Fucking depends. Depends on where you are and what time you want to go out and check it out. Again, the seacoast is going to see nothing but fucking rain. You're going to get a couple of inches as you start moving inland and towards Manchester, which is going to get wiped out once the fucking rain comes in. And then as you go further up north of Manchester to Concord, up into the lakes region, they're going to get several more inches of snow, but the rain's going to knock the shit out of that and bring the fucking snow totals right down to just a couple inches of slush and shit. And as you go farther up to the top of the state, up towards fucking, north of Conway and Ossipee and up towards fucking Berlin and Colebrook and Pittsburgh, the further north you go, the more snow you're going to get, and the more it'll stick around because the rain don't come in till later. So if you're looking for an exact amount in your fucking yard, you can go fuck yourself, because I don't know and nobody else does either. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. Depends on how much rain knocks down, how much you get to begin with. You do the math on that one all you want. I'm moving on. to intensity. The intensity depends on, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's snowing, it's going to be coming down heavy. When it's raining, it's going to be coming down heavy. Don't be surprised some of you hear fucking some thunder and shit up there. This is the type of storm we got. The winds on the coast, they're going to be fucking hard and heavy. They're going to be blowing around. Doesn't matter what you get, it's going to come down good. But at least it's moving out of here. The timing of this storm is probably the blessing. It gets out of here before it does too much. Again, it comes in at midnight, starts taking over the state by 3 in the morning. By the morning commute, you're getting rained on everything south and east of Manchester. As it moves up till 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, we start getting up past Concord with it, and the rain line starts moving and starts dumping it in. By noontime, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the middle of the state's got fucking rain. The southern part of the state's already done with it. It's still snowing up in Pittsburgh. I mean, this thing's all over the place. It's crazy, but again, at least it doesn't last too long. We'll be in and out of it. What's going to happen is anything that has snow left around, it's going to get cold again next week. It's going to lock right up solid with ice. So here's some fucking advice for you. Get out there today if you haven't already. Get some sand and shit like that because you're going to need it. Because everything this thing dumps down is going to lock right up. You're going to have a lot of icy spots, your walkways. The guys delivering your oil or your propane to keep you fucking warm, throw some down for them. They're fucking running around hauling hoses and everything else. Give them some traction to walk on and all your walkways and everything else. So be safe out there. Once we get past this storm tomorrow, next week's going to lighten up. We're going to have some good sunny weather on Tuesday. Temperature's going to be cold. Not quite as cold as we've had, but it's going to be cold enough to freeze up everything that falls over the next 24 hours. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Welcome to New England, everybody. Hey, keep doing what we're doing. Keep fighting that good fight. Help each other out every chance you can. Stand for the old lady next door. Don't make her go out there fucking do it. Everybody have a good day.
Welcome to the home of the hillbilly. Yeah, baby.